Today I worked on that LeSabre 2003 3.8 liter Series 2. Luckily they didn't have any rust underneath these motor and transmission mounts, but here's one of them not leaking, but it definitely had some movement. Here's another one, very torn. Couldn't get any fluid out of it. Maybe it just leaked it all out, who knows, but definitely completely done. This was the trans mount. It was mounted incorrectly because these were on bottom. You're supposed to have the washer and this little cob thing, this little spinning thing. Supposed to have both those on top, not on bottom. This, we could get some flex out of this. It's got some movement, so definitely worth replacing. This one was the front mount. Let's see if I can get, it's all dried up, but it was leaking before. Can't get it to leak now, but it was leaking out of here, so definitely bad. This was the very worst one. It's leaking a ton of hydraulic fluid out. How insanely dumb do you have to be in order to leave this the wrong way? Like that. Some people. Had to do this bitch ass of a radiator. If you ever do Cadillac SRX, the V8, if you do the radiator on those, you just have to take, it has like this cover on the side, just take the covers off first. Save yourself so much hassle. Then everything's easy to get to. Rear lower control, or rear diff bushings. I just cut the middle section out and then just forced the air hammer in at an angle, and then just kind of forced it out and forced it out and forced it out until it came out. Then I used an air hammer and threw the new one back in. This was the other bushing. It's kind of torn. This thermostat I thought was pretty cool. This is the part that went bad, is the seal. But unfortunately, that didn't fix it. So I had to replace the coolant elbows. It was on a Buick Century. I think they were done. We mistakenly thought it was the water pump. Incorrect. It was behind the water pump. If you can't see the leak, you cannot diagnose it. And this quick strut I did on a 2004 F-150. Somehow it was not coming out while these were completely stripped. I took them off and they just barely came off. But I learned, if you're going to do a quick strut like this, you want to do the top bolts first and then tighten them completely, and then the bottom bolts, whatever's on the bottom. Because if you try to do the bottom first and these are only halfway in, you're just going to strip them just like the first one. Well, just like this one was. I'm hesitating to make these videos anymore because I don't know if I was targeted when someone was stealing tools. Maybe it was just random, but maybe they knew about my tool channel and were seeing if they could take any of my Milwaukee stuff, but they didn't. So this is the new Matco tire filler upper, so it's pretty nice. Got myself a brand new Streamlight to replace that one. New Rover lights. New tool for drain plugs. Got a 3-foot blower. This is the new one, it's really nice. 2016 Jaguar XF. Pretty cool. just did a suspension check on this '09 Toyota Corolla, and she just recently had her tires rotated, and if you look closely you can see camber wear on the outside shoulder. So that tells me that it needs struts. So even though it's at 45K, I'm recommending struts. They have OE, they are OE, and they have torn bushings. So we're not gonna check the alignment because we already know that the camber's off. So we're just gonna recommend struts, and if they want to get an alignment too, which we should do at the same time, then we're gonna do the alignment too. So I figured I'd make a video so other people can know. If you're going to recommend struts anyways, you know, there's no real reason to go check the alignment if the camber's off like this. And because the camber's non-adjustable, so even if it was off, I can't adjust it on this car. I guess they just got too close to the machine while they were painting or something, I have no idea. Just kind of came in like that, just kind of flopping around, so. I was gonna do something about this little guy, but then I decided, well, they're driving a Ford Explorer, they might want to save it for later, so I'll let them eat it later.